Hello everyone, back to today's first video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the week ahead for today's first video. So as always on Saturday, we're doing our week ahead forecast. It's going to be a very unsettled week coming up. Low pressure is never going to be far away, so there'll be several bouts of wet weather. But it will, though, be a mild week, except in the far north of Scotland, where it does look a little bit colder up there. But for the rest of us, it's going to be very mild. But it will be a really unsettled week ahead. I'll talk more about that in a second. Just say that coming up later on this afternoon, we'll have your regular week to 10 day video update. And then this evening, Terry Scoll's December forecast will be released around 7 o'clock. It'll be a very interesting read, I'm sure. Tomorrow, the winter forecast will be released. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. But starting us off is the weekend forecast, so we're going to begin with a radar picture from the weatheroutlook.com. Then you can find the link to the Weather Outlook on the links page. We'll have a look at the charts from westcentral.de as well. So the link to that website is also on the links page and in the description at YouTube. So, yeah, you can see all of this for yourself if you'd like to do that. So we're going to start off with the radar picture from the Weather Outlook. And we can see we've got outbreaks of rain across southern parts of Scotland and down into Northern Ireland, although it is dying out across Northern Ireland now. And some quite heavy and persistent rain moving down into northern England as well. Otherwise, much of England and Wales have turned dry, although there's a lot of drizzle and dampness within the atmosphere today, and also a lot of cloud too. Central northern part of Scotland, a bit brighter up there, but having a few wintry showers in the very far north. Here's today's Scottish pressure chart, so low pressure is in control. We're going to have a conveyor belt of low pressures moving in through the course of this week. You see more low pressure downstream into the Atlantic, telling us that we are into a very unsettled pattern at the moment. But the air with these areas of low pressure is generally quite mild, except on the very northern side of the low pressure, which is for the far north of Scotland. There we are in a colder, more Arctic source air mass, and that'll be the case through much of this week as well. So for the rest of today, we'll keep cloud and outbreaks of rain going across parts of Scotland down into northern England, becoming increasingly confined to sort of east and southeast Scotland and down into northeast England, I think, through the course of this afternoon. Might be a little bit of sleet or hill snow mixed in across the southern uplands. Further north of that, it'll be brighter for the northern part of Scotland, but there'll be a few wintry showers up there. And then the rest of England and Wales will be very cloudy, with little bits and pieces of rain coming and going, dampness in the atmosphere, not very pleasant this afternoon. It will, though, be very mild this afternoon, with temperatures generally ranging from around 10 to 14 degrees Celsius through most parts of the country. But in the far north of Scotland, it'll be much colder up there, with temperatures of just 4 or 5 degrees at best. So these areas of low pressure really are marking the boundary between mild and cold air. Overnight tonight, another weather system is going to move in from off the Atlantic. So although many places may start the evening on a dry note, we'll find cloud and outbreaks of rain pushing in from the west. Some of the rain will be quite heavy across England and Wales. It'll probably reach Northern Ireland and southern Scotland by the end of the night. Again, a little bit of hill snow is possible over the hills and mountains of southern Scotland. Central northern Scotland will be clearer and dry, with one or two wintry showers, but it'll be a cold night in the far north, with temperatures going down to around -1. Down in the south, very mild night there. Temperatures for much of England and Wales holding up in double digits. On the south coast, probably not falling much lower, but around 13 or 14 degrees Celsius on an exceptionally mild night coming up in the south. That's how Sunday's looking. Another unsettled day overall. Low pressure is off the east coast of Scotland. We'll start the day with cloud and quite heavy rain for northern and eastern parts of the country. The rain will go very quickly through most areas, but it'll probably hang back across Scotland. So it could be quite a cloudy, wet day up there. Again, there could be some hill snow mixed in. Maybe even a few flakes of snow coming down to lower levels across the far north of Scotland by the end of Sunday afternoon. The rest of us, after a cloudy start, should turn brighter. There'll be sunny spells, but probably some heavy showers are likely to spread in from the west, and they're particularly in these western and southern parts of the country. Temperatures, though, are going to be really mild tomorrow again in the south, at around 14 or 15 degrees Celsius. Up in the north, it'll be rather colder up there, with temperatures again 3, 4 or 5 degrees for northern parts of Scotland. Then we move through into Monday, and we're generally keeping the unsettled theme going. I think Monday is probably more of a case of sunshine and showers for most parts of the country. There will be a band of cloud and rain spreading southwards from northern England into kind of like Wales and the Midlands through the course of Monday. That's a weather front. It is bring cold air down behind it, or colder air down behind it. So brighter skies with a few wintry showers for parts of Scotland. And then some heavy showers could get going across parts of Wales, southwest England, round the Channel coast. Might be some hail and thunder mixed in those on Monday afternoon. Temperatures, bit of a north-south split, so for much of England and Wales, another mild or very mild day with temperatures of around 13 or 14 degrees. But behind that band of cloud and more general rain, it does turn colder. So for Scotland, probably 5 degrees at best. For Northern Ireland, probably 7. And for Northern England, probably around 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. Into Tuesday, the next area of low pressure is moving in from off the Atlantic. We probably start Tuesday with a lot of dry weather, plenty of sunny spells, but it's going to be cold. Central northern areas are likely to have a widespread frost. We may even get a little touch of frost down in the south. But through the day, we find this area of low pressure starting to head our way from off the Atlantic, so it turns cloudier through much of Ireland, England and Wales. Outbreaks of rain will be spilling in from off the Atlantic during the course of Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. Scotland probably remaining mostly dry with sunny spells up there. Cold day for Scotland. Temperatures again just 4 or 5 degrees after widespread frost. England and Wales probably starting off quite chilly, and then this cloud and rain spreads in, so probably quite a cool day actually. Most parts of the country at just 8 or 9 degrees, but eventually it will start to turn much milder again in the southwest as these southwesterly winds begin to pick up. And then that takes us into really quite an unsettled night on Tuesday night. So let's just bring that one up at 96 hours. We find this area of low pressure moving in from off the Atlantic. That'll take cloud and outbreaks of rain across many parts of the country on Tuesday night. Some of the rain will be heavy and persistent. As it meets the colder air, it might turn to snow across parts of Scotland, maybe even for a time over Pennines. It'll probably turn back to rain there by the end of Tuesday night. But over Scotland, you could keep some snow at over high ground, maybe some flakes from Wales down to lower levels as well. Wednesday looks like a cloudy, wet day, particularly in the morning, and this low pressure will be moving away to our east during the afternoon. So we probably start Wednesday with a lot of cloud around, outbreaks of rain, not a very inspiring start to the day. Could be some hill snow again in the north. All of that moves away through the day, and we probably brighten things up, brighten the skies, but it's likely to still be showers, and they're particularly in the north and the west. Temperatures will be mild for most of us again, right up to around 14 degrees down in the southwest. The next area of low pressure is rattling in from off the Atlantic on Thursday. So northern east areas probably start Thursday on a dry and bright note with sunny spells, but wet and windy weather already in the west will rapidly spread across the country. Through the day, there'll be outbreaks of heavy rain, strong winds driving that rain in from off the Atlantic as well. But at least it will be mild, with temperatures ranging from around 7 to 14 degrees Celsius. Mild even in the far north of Scotland, I think, on Thursday. And then Friday, we're into a showery westerly flow. So it's essentially a case of sunshine and showers, really, for Friday. Although we might get a little secondary area of low pressure running across the south, bringing more persistent rain there. Otherwise, sunshine and showers. The showers could be heavy with hail and thunder. Generally turning a bit colder as well on Friday. So showers might start to turn wintry, even to low levels across parts of Scotland. That takes into a rather colder weekend next weekend, with winds turning into the north. We bring colder air down from the north, and showers will turn wintry in many northern and eastern parts of the country. You're going to expect temperatures to tumble away into single digits, and we may have some night frost as well, although this high pressure increasingly toppling in across the country should settle things down, particularly through the second half of next weekend. Although again, watch out for those frosts where skies are clear, and that's particularly up in the north. Looks like it's going to be a fairly brief cold snap this, as low pressure then starts to head back in from off the Atlantic, but we'll have more about that in today's second video update coming up on the homepage this afternoon. Finally, just having a look at charts weather outlook. So we've got those showery outbreaks of rain across the country through the course of today. They're increasingly moving away into the North Sea. Wet tonight, particularly for England and Wales. Heavy outbreaks of rain coming back in from off the Atlantic. And as we go through into Sunday, most of that clears away, although it could hang back across parts of Scotland, bring a wet day there. Otherwise, sunshine and showers following this rain from the Atlantic. And it's going to be a really mild day, very mild. Down in the south, temperatures could be up to 15 degrees Celsius. And then for the rest of the week, it's a case of more rain on most days. We see outbreaks of rain coming and going. Plenty of wet weather along the way through the course of this week. Temperatures will be very mild away from the far north of Scotland, where it looks a bit colder for them. But for the rest of the country, it's a very mild week, but unsettled with rain on most days. So in summary, well, we're starting off with showers and long spells of rain across the country today, and this really sets the scene for the rest of the week. It's going to be a very unsettled week indeed, with plenty of wet weather. Most places will have rain on most days this week. Very mild generally, except in the far north Scotland, where it'll be a little bit colder. Come back this afternoon when we'll have a look at today's second video update, which will be your week to 10 day video. This evening we've got Terry's Guide to December forecast. Tomorrow we've got another Christmas update, but starting us off, we'll have your winter forecast. So that will be the Gazlo's Winter 2018-19 forecast. First video up tomorrow at 10 AM in the morning, so come back for that then. But there can be plenty of updates through the rest of today as well. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.